no numbers, David.
No,
happened?
I was reading the countdown of the seconds that were left in the video of the intro, and it straight up skipped 4.
All right then. Well, welcome back, everybody. I love that. Just like both of your countdowns were just chaotic as hell. All right. Well, you guys are in this very plush room in the basement of the Hollow Vein. I think no, Nyra's see invisibility probably would have faded, but the last time she was here, she didn't see any sensors in the room. As this seems to be where Vasha takes people to have private conversations. You guys kind of have a setup where there's like a sort of like round, low tea table, and there are pillows scattered all over the place, and there has been tea and a bottle of some nondescript alcohol, as far as you can tell, left on the table. Vasha and Kael have left you guys here after she kind of took the materials that you guys all carried down off the wagon and bring inside. What are you guys doing right now?
I think having Kael leave the group and knowing that they're all alone finally, Raelynn's just gonna kind of pour herself a drink and then take a sip of it, just calming her nerves a little, and just gonna be like, so I know you were all concerned when I touched that crystal and I said I was fine. I am fine. However, there was more to it. I just, knowing who was around, I didn't want to give out too much information. If you are interested, when touching it, seemed to have, much in the way that when Nyra told us she had a vision, I too had a vision in which I was under the oak tree of my estate. And even though I was there and my Aunt Eris and Garrick were standing there, they couldn't see me. I wasn't part of their conversation, but I could hear it echoing through. And it was strange. It seemed in the future, like it hadn't happened yet. And they were arguing, and Eris looked angry. I've never seen her look that scolding at Garrick before. I mean, he can do things to piss people off, but I don't think he's ever made her that mad. But essentially, she said something like, you can't, sorry. Essentially, he said that they can't keep something from me. And my aunt said that it would change my opinion of my family. What that means, I don't know, but I didn't want to say her name or Garrick's name in front of Kael, even though he knows who I am. I don't know if he necessarily knows Garrick. So, while I am fine, I promise, everything's fine. It was not what I was expecting. So I'd be careful when handling these things moving forward. Always make sure they're wrapped.
Interesting.
How did it make you feel?
Cold when I touched it.
Do you have any reason to suspect that they are in reality hiding anything from you?
I haven't had time to think on that yet.
If it is in the future, they might not be hiding anything right now.
True. But it also seemed like they weren't willing, or at least my aunt wasn't willing to tell me.
above table, did Nyra tell us what her crystal given vision was?
No one asked.
Nyra.
Dang it. Hold on, I gotta pull up my notes.
Has what you saw when you touched your crystal come true? I'm wondering if there's a chance these aren't actual visions, but something else.
It remind me, Vix, it was more I hadn't witnessed that scene IRL, or Nyra hasn't.
No, you had a separate, similar conversation around it, but
Yes.
those two things did not happen together.
Mine was more. I do not know if it was a vision of the future or a warning, maybe, of some sort, or not. There was no talking, it was more. It felt like I was supposed to determine the meaning of it, and I have not. If that makes sense.
So in a way, it's a bit like the cards.
More
Where
like
it can
cards.
serve as a guide, and it's up to you to interpret.
Yes.
What are you
Interesting.
interpreting?
What I saw was. It was morning in the citadel, and the high priest was looking out with certainty, and Kaelan was sort of at the shadow towards the back. And I heard the flames have spoken, but it wasn't from them. And that was sort of it. I have been trying to figure out what it means.
Have you talked to Kaelan about it?
No, he never came around after it was foretold. The marriage.
Did you know him when you saw him in this vision?
He's a well-known merchant in the Oasis. He was not someone unknown. And I tried. It is my duty to know as many of my people as possible. But he's a bit older than me, so I didn't know him personally. Just
He
was
wasn't
someone-
completely unknown to you.
No.
So it's not like seeing someone out of your future. Maybe it could be like a dream then, when your mind pulls people that you know.
Mine felt. You said it felt cold.
Mm-hmm.
Mine felt the way Israel speaks to me. It was warm. I don't know if it was the same. Maybe it is a conduit for magic of some sort, but mine came from him.
Well, it sounds like we'll need to do a bit more research into these crystals then.
I would be careful.
Do have the journal, that spell book that we picked up quite a bit ago. Now that we have a name for this, I'd like to spend some time looking. See if I can make any connections and maybe even expand upon their research.
That'd be wonderful. Anything I could get to know what this means would help.
I'll do my best. With, not that I'm the only one that can, but it is something I'd like to try.
In the meantime, I wouldn't put too much faith in these visions you're having. Magic can befuddle the mind in many ways. And this is raw, untested material not being directed by a skilled hand. It could mean anything. It could mean nothing.
Nyra, at the end of your vision, did they notice you? Because in mine, Garrick looked directly at me before I disappeared.
It wasn't like a scene playing out in front of me.
Hmm.
It was more of an imagery. But I could see him, the priest. They were in front of me. But I never stood in a position like that. It was not anything that came true for me, so I don't think it was the same. But I don't know what these crystals are capable of. They are some sort of conduit for magic if the wizards here use them so often.
And you haven't had any visions since from your necklace?
No.
Perhaps I should touch it again. We'll see if that happens. But
The crystal?
not today. Yes. Anyways, that's enough of me. I just wanted everyone to be on the same page because I do find it so hard that we get together to talk.
I ran into someone upstairs that I think deserves a conversation, and I'm not sure what to make of it.
Yeah, y'all ain't gonna believe this.
Who was it?
Well, it was a older gnome woman, Taven, the friend of
Jasana.
Jasana.
Oh.
Actually, there's two things. She was here to sell books. There was one that caught my eye. I don't know if we could maybe see if we can get a look at it. It was just labeled a guest log. But I did speak of you, Alina, and your performance abilities. So I know there's been talk of wanting to see Jasana. She seemed curious about it. And maybe we could convince her like we convinced our current hostess to have us. There's a party in 2 days, but if we're so fortunate to go to it, I think we need to be very careful and on the same page about that place.
I agree wholeheartedly. We can't go into somewhere like that without a plan.
We even be around here for 2 more days. We just caused one hell of a scene.
That's true. There
We
were
were disguised.
And there were guards at our inn.
I could send a message to our hostess and see if it's all right.
Wouldn't that be suspicious?
That would be
Oh,
suspicious.
good point. She doesn't know that we're magic users. Never mind. Perhaps a traditional letter then.
Or, of course, I could just go take a look.
Mm-hmm.
the
But
thing
it's-
is, sorry, go ahead.
No, you finish.
The concern I have about the ball, a man I spoke with last night said the officials in the capital will be coming to a vote soon about the war, and I worry anything more we do might make them suspicious and might make them inclined to push further back against our people. And I would like anything more to just avoid bloodshed.
We don't want to tip the scales against us.
If we get caught, it would be... Your aunt would be very mad, Raelynn.
I think this should be an information gathering mission. Then maybe even we leave right after. Because isn't that why we came here? Was to learn more about Tristana and her involvement in war?
I think if we're even able to get an invitation, we should be ready to make a quick exit. If our cover gets blown while we are there, we need to go.
You're not wrong about that. But no, I came here with the express intent of murdering her, just as she did a Saveth.
I think we might need to wait on that. That's going to get even more attention on us.
And if we fully in her domain.
If we prove ourselves this time, and maybe on the way back after dealing with our original mission, which was the halflings in the capital, the ship that they captured, maybe on the way back through here, we might get a second chance. Keep it clean until we're sure they're not going to push us too much further out the borders.
If we try and kill her at the party,
we're not making it back out.
At the very least, they're going to know that someone was there with ill intent. If we don't do that.
And we might even make her a martyr for this war.
I think before the war is over, her people will turn against her. If we can prove what she's done.
Thinking.
If she is the cause for this, for all these sickness that their people are suffering, we can prove it. That would make them more sympathetic to us and our people.
A mission like ours, where discretion is key, sometimes you have to give up the play now for a play that's more important down the line. And I know that can be difficult. And she'll look at Vale.
If we hadn't left a sea of bodies in the street, I might feel differently.
Well, I understand how you all feel, and I appreciate you being honest with me. I still personally think I could pull it off and get out of there, but I will yield to the wisdom of the group.
I'll look to Raelynn. It was your family. I would honor what you'd wish done now for them.
I believe we should go. I feel like if we can get close to her to see what she looks like, to see what situation she's in, to gather as much information as we can to feed my uncle, that would help us out. Most definitely. I don't think leaving now and leaving this open for things to get worse is a smart move. However, when we told my uncle who it was, he didn't order us to kill her on sight. He looked worried, and that has me concerned about whether she's more powerful. Now, I understand that they might not have all the information that we'll have it when we get there. Obviously, they're working with whatever they can get, but I hate winging things, but I really think it's up to what we can find out at the time of. But I really don't think we should stay here much longer. After that explosion, after the bodies, the guards outside the Velvet Crown, we're drawing too much attention for a place we were never supposed to. In fact, we were expressly told not to come here. So my concern is we're going to ruin the rest of what we're meant to do. Vale, I understand me most of anyone. about wanting to kill this woman. What she did to my aunt. To see how Solus fell apart after Liara died broke my heart. But I don't know if I have it in me. I know. And she'll look at Leaf and then just like not say anything. She's just gonna be like, I don't think we're strong enough yet.
All right then. It is an intelligence gathering mission only.
And if we manage to get the invite, not that I don't think Galena would significantly impress this gnome, but she wasn't
sold yet.
She wasn't sold on even coming to see you. I told her, we'll see.
We'll see what we can do. If it's safe to go back to the Velvet Crown, that might be worth investigating first before we all decide to come back.
And
we don't need alternative accommodations.
Agreed.
Maybe our new friend here knows a way to quickly get out of Glimmerfall, if need be.
Secure route out is the best plan. Also, I know that the instinct is for us to stick together under any circumstances, but I'm telling you now, if I fall behind, you keep running.
I think we don't even appear as a united front at this party. I think we go in pairs.
We need to split up that. What I mean is, don't worry about me if things go south.
Vale, just please don't do anything rash.
If I did, how would you know?
Look for the opportunity to stay behind so you can become a martyr yourself. If she is a puppet master like I'm worried she is, let us return when we can pull the strings and not get caught in hers.
I'm having far too much fun living to throw my life away.
Good.
But if things go bad, I have the best chance of getting out of anyone.
I don't want to test that theory.
If things go bad, I will hop on Leaf's back. He's much faster than me.
That is very difficult.
And Lily will be on your back.
Yeah.
And if we haven't,
Lily is Sid.
And if we haven't passed out drinks yet at that point, with kind of like breaking the tension, I'll, pour a glass of the unnamed alcohol for everybody.
When you pour it out, it seems like it's an amber color, and just even like a whiff of it, it smells like it's probably some type of whiskey.
Beautiful.
Very nice.
I think we could all use some of this.
And it burns going down.
Oh, I like it.
All right. Should I scout out our home base then?
I think it's wise before we go knock on the front door and ask to be let back into our rooms.
Yeah.
Unless we do want to ask Kael to go in our stead, since he is a fixture in the city.
I think we're already at risk of overplaying that card.
Right.
Vale's a different person right now. I think it's okay. Chinook, it's okay. Shh.
How did he get here?
Yeah, how did he get here?
Oh, you gotta let Chinook out.
I know.
That's also why you should go.
That's the real reason why the guard was at the door. There's been too many noise complaints.
This dog is barking at everyone out the window.
That might be.
Just completely innocuous.
I'm going to head out and try to quickly return to the Velvet Crown.
Raelynn, do you want to maybe see if our friend upstairs has that book? I wouldn't mind taking a look at.
Me?
Yes, he's mute.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant the halfling woman.
Oh, hopefully she's gone by now.
Okay. Yes, I don't mind. I'll go with you.
What are Alina and Leaf going to get up to?
I'm okay with staying downstairs and watching our recovering friend, because that way we're not all crowded into what's supposed to be a fairly innocuous bookshop
Hmm.
until we hear that it's safe to go one place or another. Besides, we have booze and charcuterie.
Yeah, I was
so,
going to
like,
say, I want to see what the bottom of this bottle looks like.
Another point of exhaustion.
I have to work every night. This is my chance to cut loose and get drunk.
All right. Okay. You guys, as soon as you leave this room, you see that, you see Kaelan is still here, and he's sitting at a booth, talking to Tannis. Well, more specifically, he's being talked at. She seems to be going off about like what a interesting morning it was, and he's just very he doesn't seem bothered, but he's just very like intently having a moment of quiet after the excitement of the last 24 hours for him. He just kind of gives you guys a bit of a nod, and if Vale is the first one out, he goes, "Oh, are you all leaving already?"
I'm just making sure we have a place to return to at the moment.
Yes, seemed they had a lot of company there.
Yes. Speaking of, if you know of any quick ways out of Glimmerfall, my friends would be very interested to hear about it.
He just like, there's a few moments of him like trying to consider his words and where they are at the moment. You might want to talk to Vasha about that.
Good to know.
So a nod. As Raelynn and Nyra head past, he continues to talk to Tannis, but definitely gives both of them a warm smile as they pass by. And I think since you guys are just going upstairs, we'll deal with Nyra and Raelynn first. Seems like the gnomish woman is gone. The only person in the shop right now is the Kenku standing behind the counter. Looks up at you when you come in. His feathers kind of ruffle a little bit, but it doesn't seem like an aggressive way, just like resettling after seeing somebody come into the room. How do you guys want to go about what you're trying to do?
I guess Raelynn will just sign to him, "Hello, like, pleasure to see you again. Mind if we look around?"
The Kenku signs back to you. Feel free. It's a shop.
Thank you.
Yeah, you do notice that stack of books that was brought in. The half that you had is still on the counter. The half that she had, some of it seems to be like cleared away already. Some of it is still on the like table near the window display.
Do I see the guest book?
Give me a perception check. You don't see it in the pile near the window.
In the tower?
It could be out in the open. The number you're looking for is 15.
24.
That is pretty good. As you're kind of like looking around, there's not a lot of just like books in here. There's journals behind like display cases, and there's a lot of things that you would use to make fairly nice books, but it's not like a bookshop. And so these like stacks of books stick out to you pretty readily. You're about to like give up when you don't notice it by the window, but then as you're like kind of doing a lap around the room, you see that there is a small stack of books behind the counter. There's like a low shelf, and it's like neatly stacked just behind where the Kenku is standing.
Motion to ring.
Yes.
It's behind the counter.
Do you want me to draw him away from the counter?
I mean, I thought maybe we could just buy it, but I
Do you
don't
think
know. Oh,
You could
I don't
ask.
know. We could ask. Maybe he let us look at it. I don't need to keep it. I just really want to look at it.
Okay.
Trying to find her quickly.
You're trying to figure out how much money you have.
Maybe. Where is it? Oh, player notes. That's right.
I have 10 gold, like Savoran gold on me, if you need.
Yeah, I have. I think I have 23. So,
And a platinum.
and a platinum. I think I put the platinum in group loot because I was like, that's a lot. Brittany doesn't remember how much platinum is.
All right.
Oh, sorry. I
This-
forgot.
This
You need
is
me
the
for this.
extent of my know. I gotta say hi to people. Listen,
Um,
thank you.
She'll sign like, excuse me, there's a book behind you. Can I look at that? Are they for sale?
Sounds back. Hasn't been appraised yet. You're interested in buying?
At least to look at them.
Kind of like gets off of the stool, gets the top three, kind of lays them out, and signs you. Which one were you looking at? And you see that there is the guest log in the middle, and it doesn't seem to like phase him that it's out here.
What are the other two of?
They're
Put
kind
you on
of
the spot.
just they're kind of like unmarked, and they look very old. Like again, like there was a display case that had some sort of journal of some type, and you could probably assume that they deal in a lot of personal things that might interest some of the like higher up people.
Raelynn will just point at, she'll be like these two, and then point at the one that Brittany, like Nyra wants to look at, and just one of the other ones to make it not as obvious that they just want to look at that one.
All right. So you guys are gonna like try to look through all three of these?
Yeah, if he'll allow us. Just like, Raelynn will skim through the other two while she's taking more focus on the guest book.
Okay. Raelynn, as you look through the first book, it seems to be like a collection of poems from an author named Arabella Dernhold. A lot of them just seem to be about love at the beginning, and then at the latter half of it just seems like grief. And you can tell that the first half is much older than the second half of the book, like a lot more worn, like as if the back half was maybe written a lot later than the first half. And then you look through the second one, and it seems to you like gibberish almost, but you do notice some like arcane markings. You've been to the Sisterhood, you've seen these types of shapes and designs, but it seems like a lot of scribbling notes and notations, not like spells, but just maybe somebody's personal research. And then, Nyra, can you roll a perception or investigation check for me in the tower?
Yeah, it's gonna be perception.
When you are looking through this, immediately what sticks out to you is the date of this guest log. It's not new. It's like it's from a party in the Glimmerfall Ward from like 20 years ago. And you're kind of like scanning the pages. It does just look like a guest book that was signed by the people at the party. And you do notice that this is a book that is belonging to Chistana Karis. Right at the first page, it has her name on it. And you're kind of scanning through, looking, taking your time, since Raelynn has 2 books to look through, and you're kind of just looking through the one. You notice a bunch of unfamiliar names for much of the book until you get about halfway through. And you see the name that sticks out to you very clearly. Kaya Saveth.
Do I know a Saveth with that name?
You would, I mean, you tried to be like a kind of ambassador for your people. That is the name of Lady Eris's wife or deceased wife.
Interesting.
And when you look at like the names above and below her to see if there was someone like with her, you don't notice any names that seem familiar to you.
I will still like make note of what those names are.
Yeah.
Just in case later on.
The first one, sorry, I have so many names and things here.
That's fine. I'm gonna butcher the spelling in my notebook so you can also read it later.
You see the names. Andrew Daybroon. And Lasana Tanner.
Okay. It'd be really nice to have a book that belonged to Justana for scrying reasons. Okay. Jeez, don't break your neck, my dude. At least already hurting.
Right? That's how Leaf goes.
What's another injury?
I will close the book very gently and be like, if we could get this, it would be really nice. It would be a nice memento of the city after we leave.
If you'd like it, that'd be fine. I can try and ask if he'll be willing to sell. She'll close the book of poetry she was looking at and like put it down, and she'll just like sign to him. Would you be willing to part with this if we paid enough without appraisal?
There's some hesitation. And you get the sign back that some of the books here start at 200 gold pieces and can get to the thousands.
I don't know. I don't know what he's saying. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll tell that to you. I whenever he says something Raelynn has told you.
Maybe you could explain that it's just an old guest log from a party. It's old information, probably not useful to anyone.
This book is 20 years old, maybe older. It's just names, but it seems... Sorry.
Can you roll a persuasion check for
Yeah.
me with advantage?
Okay.
That could be
Lot
out
of
in the
rage.
open.
Persuasion. In tower?
No, that can be out in the open.
Oh, I'm actually proficient in that.
I'm not. That was
Nice.
good. 21.
Yeah, real nice.
Maybe because I'm one of the only people that can talk to him. He'll be like, okay.
It's like, I like you.
He slides it over to look through it, making sure that you're not just like telling him something because he hasn't looked at it yet. Let me talk to the missus. And I might be willing to part with it. I just need 2 hours.
Okay, that's
Do
fine.
Is
2 hours, okay?
no? Do you need us to watch? Is she going to be taking 2 hours to look over it, or do you need us to watch the shop?
My friend would like us, like you, would like to know if you need us to watch the shop while she inspects.
Oh, she's not here right now, and I don't put prices on things.
Fair.
Well, we can wait downstairs. Thank you.
Or there's some things I wanted to get while we were around. If you wanted to come with me, just do quick errands, and then we could come back.
Oh, sure. Would you? He can understand, right? I just can't understand what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind letting our friends know that we'll be back? The two of them are still down. A few of them are still down there. Is that possible?
I'll talk to Winston.
Who's Winston?
I don't know.
Did she say that?
Yeah.
Once it gets turned, I'm like, who's Winston?
Responds inside, my brother.
His brother.
I love such a good name. Okay.
All right. Bill, you
Yes.
have set out on foot. You're still in your disguise. Are you walking? Are you taking the wagon that you guys took here, or is that like you're ditching that thing?
Oh, I'm done with the wagon. Definitely walking, and as I do, bit by bit, I'm removing my disguise that I was seen robbing the wagon in. Yeah, and then once I'm down to just the black hair, I'll wait until I can slip in an alleyway or something, and I'll just prestidigitation my hair back to normal.
Okay. So you're planning on heading to the Velvet Crown as you.
Yes.
Okay.
So I am definitely watching to see if there are guards actively investigating still before I make an approach.
Okay. Roll a perception check for me for in the tower, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you head out. And you're pretty adept at this, kind of taking off guys and taking your form again, and you head through the barrier between the Arcane Ward and the Trade Ward. Takes you a bit longer on foot, but when you head to, like, you kind of turn down the street that the Velvet Crown is on, there are a lot of other like restaurants and cafes and stuff on this street. This seems to be like the area to come and like dine or have a drink, really. You see that there are a handful of guards at a different storefront about 5 doors down from the Velvet Crown. You're kind of like having to pass by them to get to it.
Where are they looking at the Velvet Crown from where they are?
Nope, they're just engaged in a conversation with like a dwarven woman who seems to run this little cozy cafe on the street.
Okay, I will just casually walk on by them then.
As you get about 3 doors down from the tavern, you do hear a very familiar, like, high-pitched yelping from one of the upper floors in the tavern. And even just as you approach, as you come closer to it, you hear it just completely stop, and then you hear just a, like, on the window.
Yeah, he looks up to see Chinook, I presume.
Yeah.
And
And it looks like you're like pretty sure there were curtains on that window before. Doesn't look like it now.
he just raises one hand and then like gives him the gesture for heal in hopes that he calms down for a second.
He does like a little loop, and then he just sits.
Well, let's hope that commotion was all this was about.
You head inside. It seems like it's a lot emptier than you would expect it to be at this time of day. It's not completely empty, but there's only like a handful of tables taken up, and there is a lot of space in this like tavern floor, and they're all spread out, a couple in a booth, a couple near the door, one up on the like balcony across from where gosh, too many freaking NPC names. Why did I have to do this to myself? Across from the private booth that you were sitting in the night before.
All right. So is somebody behind the bar?
Yep.
He's just gonna approach whoever's working, and
Seems like the same young human girl that was here earlier in the day.
yeah, Vale just kind of leans on the bar. Quiet today.
Yeah, well, there was a bit of a commotion earlier, and
Oh no, here in the bar?
no, just in the street in general. I guess people didn't want to come here when the guards are actively on the lookout for trouble.
Well, I was out walking around this ward all morning. I didn't see anything.
Well, I think that's kind of the problem. No one saw anything, and so they're looking for someone. I only overheard Lady Alaris talking, but they were being somewhat vague about it, but they were looking for a tall gentleman, and she kind of looks around to see if like her boss is anywhere and doesn't seem to be on the floor. I actually don't know how much I'm supposed to say, but I guess they're going around talking about it to everybody. They were pointed this way from the field ward, so
How peculiar. So it went down in the field ward then, not here.
That's not what I heard. They were looking for somebody who got out of... Well, again, they were being kind of vague about it, but they said they got out of the Arcane Ward. There were some sightings, I guess, of somebody that fit the description in the field ward, and then from there, they've just been chasing down a lead.
I see. You'd think they'd want to share more information if they want to find whoever this is.
It's very weird.
Indeed.
Do you think it's like a celebrity? She like leans in.
Well, it could be. Although I don't know of any particularly tall celebrities that I could imagine visiting the city at this time of year.
I mean, depends on how tall, but like she kind of looks like you up and down, and then it's just like, never mind.
Well, if you learn anything else, I'm always open to gossiping.
All right. I'm sure people will come back in here soon. Maybe I'll overhear something.
You know which room I'm in, yes?
There's like a flush that just streaks across her face in an instant. Kind of part of my job, yes.
Well, if you hear anything particularly interesting, by all means, come on up.
As you're like kind of departing from that conversation, she goes, and if I don't hear anything, she kind of yells over to you.
Well, you can always knock and see what happens.
She gives you a nod, and then she just kind of seems to pull out something strong from underneath the counter, pours herself like a little shot glass, and downs it back. Goes back to the work she was doing.
Alright, well, things seem to be safe here. There's no guards inside the inn at all.
No, you had seen a handful of the city watch before here. It seems like there's no one of that nature here at the moment.
Good. Then I will just go up, gather Chinook, and take him for a long walk back to the I can never remember the name of this place.
The Hollow Vein.
Thank you. The Hollow Vein. Yeah.
You also do have your horse here.
That's true. I'm going to take the horse.
Okay. Yeah, you You get into the room, and it does look like Chinook has piled the drapes into the center of the room, just like he had done with all of the pillows the night before. Seems to just be making some sort of nest for himself to lay on each time, even though there's beds. He could easily take one, but I feel like
More
you've
fun
trained.
making-
I feel like you've probably trained him not to like jump all over stuff. So I guess now you gotta train him to not rip off all of the things in the room and
Well, I feel like he's trained not to do that in my house, but I rarely leave him on his own for several hours, so...
well, at your house he would have like his own space to
True.
sleep. He doesn't have that here.
We'll figure it out. I'm sure Nyra has, has mending.
You need a little doggy
Nut?
bed to travel.
We all know that Chinook has his own wing. It's not just his own little space.
Yeah, that's so true.
I do have mending. We're okay.
Yes.
I had to check.
All right. But other than that, you're able to head out, and by the time you head out, it seems like half of the group of guards have gone on to the next one, and they seem to be like leaving some of what looks to you like maybe like grunt level recruits behind to like take information from some of the shopkeepers. And yeah, soon you find yourself back in the Arcane Ward, getting a little bit more familiar with the streets each time you come this way. And
I do have something I'd like to do while our friends are gone, since we
Okay.
are pretty secluded. I do want to take out that journal and start research. I want to specifically look for, even if they don't name it Aetherburn, I know that name now to see if it shows up any in that journal, or if anything akin to that description shows up in the journal of the mage that we murdered a long time ago.
yep, give me.
An Arcana check?
You can give me a investigation check and a perception check.
Either or both?
Both.
Okay, do you want them in the tower?
Yes, please.
Okay, here's investigation. And here is perception.
Immediately as you're like flipping through, you do remember which pages had like actual notes on it and which one were more like scribblings and sketches of what you would assume to be like pieces of spells. And as you're like kind of skipping to these like chunks of this book, you do note the word Aetherburn, and it seems to be like a small note listed amongst a bunch of other seemingly innocuous like field study notes, and it says it seems to be leaking, bleeding into the ley line, faint but spreading. Didn't expect it to appear here. Need to track it back to its source. And right,
Could you read that one more time? I got about half of it written down.
it says it's leaking,
Mm-hmm.
bleeding into the ley line, faint but spreading. Didn't expect it to appear here. Must track down the source. And in brackets underneath you see the Aetherburn. I need to get this right. class. You see class C.
Oh, that's a different kind of class than we have collected. We've collected A and B. Interesting.
But
Remind me, there are so many crystals and I'm trying to keep all the lore unscrambled in my brain.
Mhm.
Was this what was being mined in Caldbor, this blue crystal, or not? I'm trying to not mix up things. Because there was something in Caldbor.
there
Was
was
that-
a blue substance in Caldbor, and I think that's about as much information as you guys have.
Okay, we haven't fully connected.
Yep.
We have a bunch of pieces, but we haven't assembled yet. Okay.
Yep.
If I still have time after all that research, because I have oh, do you need to step in and say something?
Yeah, that was your perception check.
Oh.
You're trying to piece together some of these things, but as you're doing that, your head starts to swim. You feel like almost like a headache coming on, and that gets worse. And you're feeling nauseous for a moment as you're like kind of trying to piece these things together. It almost feels like it feels a little bit overwhelming at first, almost like when you were interacting with that ley beacon crystal with your bracelet, in the sense that it feels like some sort of energy is just being drained from you. And I need you to take, if I can figure out how to do this. Okay, how do I pick up multiple of the same dice? Oh,
Right
I
click.
got it. I got it. Yeah.
Lovely.
Alina takes 16 psychic damage.
Is there any sort of visual indication of this? Me sitting right next to her?
Depends on how she responds to feeling the things that I felt. There's no like,
How do I take that off on my character sheet?
you just
Add
add
it
it
to
to your
your wounds.
wounds.
Okay, is that WND?
Yep.
Okay. I have one of the crystals in my bag, wrapped up. With all of that, does it feel like it's coming from the crystal or the bracelet in my bag? Like, can I know I'm feeling pretty awful right now, but can I sense where maybe some of that is coming from?
Yes, and I don't think it feels like that to you. Like it doesn't feel like it's anything on you drawing it from you. It's just like a sudden pull that makes you feel off, because that's not normal. And then you kind of, you're able to kind of breathe through it a little bit, and you feel better like moments later.
Is there anyone looking suspicious, or you said not from anything, so like not even from the notebook, or
It just feels like you just got thick suddenly for a moment.
Yeah, could Leaf notice this?
Again, it's up to you. How do you ever you feel like Alina responds to just feelings?
Yeah, I
that
think it would have
sudden?
helped. I'm used to fucking with people's brains, not having my brain fucked with. Though I think in training, like, I would have been exposed to, like, you have to learn what it's like to,
It kind of brings you back to like early days of dealing with magic and your studies, which wasn't the most awesome experience.
Leave. I think you would see her like holding the side of her head, like when you get a really bad migraine, and doing like deep breathing when you're trying not to throw up.
Hey, are you okay?
It was so weird.
What was weird?
You know how I like to get in people's brains and mess around a little bit? A lot of it.
Yeah.
Something happened to me. I was looking at this journal, trying to make some connections, and just nausea and headache, and I don't know.
I am not qualified to help with that. Is somebody like poking around in your brain? Do they know where you are, or that we have it? What?
I don't know. Can I do a perception check and just kind of glance around who else is down here in the bar?
I mean, we're in a room by ourselves, right?
Yeah, you're in a private room.
Oh, yeah.
Just the two of you.
It wasn't me.
Insight check.
You got me.
It was the Hamburglar all along.
Slap the mask.
I want to do something stupid.
What?
We're on the right track. I have a crystal in my bag.
Gonna lick it.
You know what? I'm not going to try and talk you out of it, just so long as you touch it twice to see if it does it again.
Deal.
Okay.
I am not going to fully pull the crystal out of my bag because I know we're in a private room, but still. This is Aetherburn. Aetherburn. I keep adding an L into it.
If you like, I don't know, start frothing at the mouth or something.
Please get someone.
Okay.
This is why I'm not doing this by myself. So yeah, I'm going to kind of reach into my bag, and while keeping it in my bag, unwrap just enough to touch the crystal. It's research.
Who all took crystals? I know. You took the one that you, I assume, touched.
Yeah, she threw it in her feet bag.
Okay. Alina, Leaf is watching you. He sees this exact same blank sort of expression come across your face. You see a woman with pale skin, dark hair, fitted black outfit. You can only see her from behind, but just the way she's carrying herself, it looks like Mother Ona. Sitting on a red plush chair across from her, seemingly like gripping tightly, like perhaps they're nervous. You see a man that is not familiar to you at all. Human, blonde but graying hair, hazel eyes, very sharp, regal features, wearing a style of clothing that looks very high end and almost like foreign to you in style. There's just a lot of sharp design to it, lots of different intricate layering.
Similar to like the kind of high-end Savoran style we've seen?
It looks like something more than you've seen in Mournhold.
Okay.
But on a scale of Hedgareth to Savoran,
On
it
the
kind of
Savoran
it
side.
seems like it goes even beyond what you've seen. There is a lot of white and gold and black layered. And there's like kind of an unsettling unease about this man when you look at him. Like something in you just doesn't feel quite right. But even trying to grasp at that thought, it's almost like you want to reject it in your own mind. You can see a window behind him. It looks like it is autumn. And Mother Ona looks very similar to what she does right now. You hear her say, "We agreed that your part in this was already done." The man tenses and responds with, "I can't go the rest of my life without knowing more. You took that from me." And then at the very end of that, right before you get pulled back into the moment that you're in, the man seems to look at you suddenly. And you find yourself back with Leaf. Your hand kind of like instinctively lets go.
Okay. Kind of checked out for a second.
I saw something. Give me a few minutes to ponder, and I promise I'll share. I want to touch it again. I told Leaf I would touch it twice to see if anything else happened.
Yeah, nothing happens. You don't even feel that same like resonance that you felt coming off of these crystals before. And I did forget to mention you had a very similar experience to what Raelynn described, in that it felt like a coldness kind of creeping up your arm before you were kind of lost to your senses around you.
Okay. That's good research.
So nothing the second time.
Nothing the second time. Something or someone got irritated when I started investigating, which means something or someone is connected and knows. I don't think what I felt was accidental.
That's disconcerting.
I would like to have Nyra just check over. Make sure nothing else is scrambled in my brain.
That's a good idea.
Well,
I mean, other than what was there before. It's a little trauma and PTSD.
I can help with that too, you know.
Alright.
Just the counselor.
We're gonna talk later.
Oh,
All right. What did I don't know if you want to RP it, but what did Nyra and Raelynn get up to when they left the bookstore?
Raelynn would have just kind of told Nyra that she wanted to take a walk around this area and get like a closer look of the layout, shops, streets, things like that, because she's always trying to find escape plans and the lay of the land and all that information. And then she also would have asked if she'd like to try and find an apothecary, as she had intentions to go buy things like tea and honey, and any tinctures she could find that might help someone with a cold. And having Nyra with her would be helpful because she's a healer, so hopefully she knows her stuff.
hopefully. Yeah, that sounds good. Nyra would also be on the lookout for maybe a big and tall store.
Because he has no clothes.
Wouldn't mind some clothing for our tall guy. But also, she's just keeping an ear out for the gossip because she's wondering if anyone's talking about what they did in the field ward. Also,
Okay.
would be great for Leaf.
Okay. Can you can Nyra roll me 2 different perception checks? One just for like overhearing. That'll be your first roll, and then the second one, looking for this big and tall store, and Raelynn, looking for like an apothecary. If you would like to roll for that,
In the tower?
yes. Holy crap.
What?
I will say that second roll is just ridiculous.
Do you need to use an
you-
inspiration?
You got a 30.
I rolled a 19 then. Two ball store.
You're trying to listen out for gossip about the field ward as you guys are walking around. It's like overwhelming here, and there's so many buildings that are just tall, and you already know from having looked for a map that one of the stores that you went into, it wasn't really marked on the outside what was inside until you like went into the lobby part, so it's like taking a little bit of extra time to just kind of peek in and see what certain places are. You do come across a very small, oddly shaped store that looks like it sells specialty like tea items and incenses, just anything that deals with like dried herbs. And it's, when I say oddly shaped, it's because all of the buildings around it are kind of like cookie cutter. If you were in like a very developed district, this one seems like someone bought the smallest piece of land in between 2 buildings and kind of tried to work with the space they had. So it's like one shop but very like tall and narrow. You meet this very appropriately thin half elf man who just seems like how he's even standing up is a mystery to you. He's just so lanky that you look like you could break him in half. The shop is called Rosevale's Dried Goods. Just looking for standard sort of.
Yeah, just basic.
Okay. You want to tell me ballpark variety? Because like you, like how much are you willing to spend on this? Because if if you spend like a gold, you probably get like a shit ton of tea
I'll spend a
here.
Like one of every type, just in case, right?
Mhm.
I don't know what he likes.
All right, you can take that out of your inventory, and for getting that shit ton of tea, you also get this little metal ball with like some holes in it that you can kind of like encase the tea in and steep. It's like a little gift that he packages up for you.
Wonderful. I love this place already.
And you don't hear anything about the field ward, but you do notice as you guys are walking around the Arcane Ward, it would have been Raelynn. So Nyra notices this, but Raelynn would be able to identify the building pretty easily. Outside the Arc Hollow Repose, there seems to still be some sort of crowd bustling around in that area. And Nyra, as like two people are walking away from that area, you hear, I'm pretty sure that's the person that's causing all the trouble in the trade ward. They're kind of like walking in the opposite direction of you, so it's up to you how hard you try to overhear anything, any pausing or backstepping, but
Oof. So it's like we could follow and they're walking away from the repository?
yeah, so you're walking towards it, they're coming away from that crowd that was surrounding the area.
Is that crowd breaking up?
It seems like a couple of people are just like straggling out. There still is like a little bit of a huddle across the road from it. Raelynn, you notice a very familiar and nosy, short little.
I love this woman. I already know who she is.
I'll just tell. I was like, something happened in that trade ward. I don't know what it has to do with this building.
I'm gonna look at my nosy friend. Excuse me. Do you remember me?
You don't see recognition on her face, but then you see like her face smooth out regardless, and she goes, "Oh yeah, well of course, dear."
We met when there was the big commotion with the tall
Mhm.
person being
Yes,
taken to the
we did.
medical center.
Yep,
Yes. What's
that was the
happening
thing
over
that
there?
happened. Again, they're gonna call me crazy, but she like pulls you to the side.
You seem reliable to me.
I'm pretty sure whoever that was got out. And I don't think they like that, which is weird because they brought them here, right?
Is he still out? Or did they bring him back?
I don't think so. But they were also being kind of sneaky about bringing him here in the first place, so maybe they did it a second time without us noticing.
I don't think anything would get past you.
I was thinking the same.
Well, I do have a pretty good ear for these types of things. So, old friend,
I'm realizing now why she doesn't recognize her.
The costume.
you also like hanging out and
People
Just,
watching?
yeah.
Yes. You can learn a lot that way.
That's what I always say. Everyone calls me a busybody, whatever that means.
I've never heard of this phrase.
I think it just means you're well informed.
Like my body is so busy working to gain information.
Exactly.
Is that what it means?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I see the way they said it made it sound like it was a bad thing. So I thought that this whole time.
Things only sound bad if you let them.
So here's what I think happened. They
Okay.
got out, run amok. People are trying to be about it. Well, I was thinking that they did get something past me and that he's back in there. Until you said that, and you make a good point, nothing would get past me. So now I'm kind of thinking, maybe, because you guys, some girl told me that they saw that this person was blue.
Blue?
Yeah.
That's bizarre. Have you seen anyone else by that description?
No, but the thing is, they're only asking about him being tall, so that's even weirder.
Oh. Tall and
Maybe-
blue. What a
Well,
combination.
this is a hospital, right? Maybe the blue was like magic or something and it finally went away.
Maybe
if he was dead?
dying? Yeah.
Wow, that's a really bad jump you guys took.
Well, my husband, sometimes there are nights where I have to check on him because
Like you
he looks a little bit like that.
Fair. Fair.
Mm,
Well, I guess we'll keep our eye out in case some dangerous criminals escaped. And
And I'll stick
Yes.
around here, and you tell me if you find anything.
we'll do. We'll do. We'll
What
keep
was
each
your-
other informed if we keep running into each other.
Yes, keep running into each other because we've done that before.
What's your name? We haven't met.
Holds out her hand. Daisy Ellis Mavis Sandwick.
Do you say it again?
Do you want her to say it or me to tell you? Daisy Ellis Mavis Sandwick.
Lily? Oh, we both have flower names.
Oh, that's funny. You have a flower name too? Looks at Raelynn.
Me? No, not at all. Just boring old Evelyn.
No, that's disappointing.
Her middle name
agree.
is Rose.
Oh, why didn't you say that?
Well, you asked if my name, and I don't go by that name.
Want to get technical about it, I guess.
Listen, if we're going to get the most accurate information, then we need to be technical in our job, correct?
Fine. You have a point. Yeah, we'll share information because we run into each other all the time.
All the time.
Don't need to look around for you. We just see each other.
We'll find each other.
Yeah.
Or my sister. Perhaps you recognize my sister. Lighter hair.
Lighter hair. She like looks at you from a few angles. Like really lighter.
Yes.
Wow. It's like they flipped the color on you.
That's what they say. I just prefer to keep mine colored.
It's like a evil twin situation.
I don't think she's evil. If she is, then good at it.
Well, maybe if she's not. looks at Nyra. I'm just saying. She turns.
I need-
Go ahead.
I need this one to write a gossip column in the local paper that we can read regularly. I love her.
I'll be watching out for you, she says. And when she says that, she turns back to like this group that she was standing with. And you, Raelynn, you get the feeling she gives you a little bit of a suspicious eye when you leave. Yeah, she's on to you.
Uh-oh.
Oh no,
You're the evil one
I'm the evil one.
of your own self.
Other than that, Nyra, you do find some stores that seem to fit the description. You find it really difficult to find something in the tall variety pants-wise relief. But you do find things that you think he would probably fit this shirt-wise, his upper half. Could probably get him another pair of boots since most of his clothes were kind of trashed in that.
We could buy 2 pairs of pants and I could sew them together for the
I
lens.
can get him a kilt.
Was eh?
Wouldn't mind. Show off that leg with the boot.
For a 29, I'll say go ahead and buy Leaf a kilt.
For a what?
29.
Oh, I got a 29. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I buy him a kilt.
I was gonna say if the pants end up
Boots and
fitting like
shit.
breeches or Bermuda shorts, that's fine.
No, I want kilt, which will be still a little short than you. It'll be easier to like move. I think.
Or if you like it taller.
A booty kilt.
Yep.
Not something I
I need
wanted
this.
to have canon in my game.
I need
but
art
fine.
of this, please. It'll suffice.
Clothing in this store, because it's so like custom, I would say you're expecting to spend the amount of like of fine clothes, which is 15 gold pieces. If you want to find him new shoes too, that would be an extra 5.
Oh, take 3 gold.
All right. Eventually, you head back to the Hollow Vein. You kind of reconvene at the same time. You see Vale like entering back into the Hollow Vein down the street. You're kind of still a distance from him, but eventually you guys are all back here. You are seemingly free to go downstairs again, like as if you haven't overrun your stay just yet. With Alina and Leaf in this back room, they probably wouldn't have noticed, but because she's been giving you guys your space. But when the 3 of you make your way back down, Vasha is out, sitting at the bar. She has this guest log in front of her. The second Kenku, after letting you guys in, goes and sits with her, and it seems like they're both like looking over this book. As the door shuts behind you. We'll go for a bit of a break and then come back and deal with whether or not you are allowed to take this book from their possession. So get some drinks. Welcome back, everybody. So our young nobles have spent some time doing various tasks and looking into things that they were curious about in the first half of the session. They've all kind of reconvened now here at the Hollow Vein after being apart for probably a couple of hours. With Vale has Chinook in tow this time, and Raelynn and Nyra are stocked up on teas and large clothing. And sitting at the counter is Vasha, who, as always, gives you a warm smile that seems to note that she is. It always just feels like she's sort of up to something. Well, she looks back at the room that she thought you guys were all in still. She goes, "Oh, could I have gone in there? I thought that you guys were all there."
Two of us still are.
You hear Winston squawk, "Oh yeah." Like you forgot something.
Oh, that's okay, Winston.
Well, I was told that you had interest in this particular piece.
Yes, it seemed something not of academic value, so I just wanted a nice keepsake. And books they're fun to collect.
She uncrosses and crosses her legs and then leans back a little bit on the bar. Something tells me that's not the entire story.
Do you
Are you
want?
looking?
Sorry.
No.
Do you want the entire story? You seem to not want to be too in the know of what we're interested in.
That is true, but it also is part of my livelihood to make a profit off of these sorts of things that are of interest to people. And I perhaps got the impression by some of the bargaining that you tried to do that perhaps it was a little bit steep for your pockets.
To be honest, we weren't given a price. We were given a price range, and we were waiting for the answer.
You're correct. It is not of any academic value, though a lot of the things here aren't of academic value. They are more sentimental. They are things that connect history to real people. I do agree that 20 years isn't all that impressive and probably won't give me anything unless I hold on to it for the next 30 years or so, but hopefully by then I won't be just running a little shop. This is one thing, though, that I do need to ensure isn't going to come back and bite me, because someone knows that it was in my possession. And I need to ensure that you have no ill intent before releasing it to you.
I don't know how someone would use the book in a bad way.
You don't?
No. How is there? I don't know if I want to know. Mm-mm.
Raelynn doesn't know what's in the book, really, so...
There are certain things that I know that I have been not careful in the past, and people have used things that technically by definition belong to me, and then because of that they were able to meddle into my affairs, my whereabouts, which is why I now have the room that your friends are staying in.
Well, given that you also have so many scrying orbs about, I hardly think it's fair to call something like that innately bad.
So I finally dawns on Nyra, like, what you could use a punch. It's like, I can't do that.
The magic isn't bad. The fact that it could be traced back to me if that type of thing were used on somebody else is.
See, I have no intention of that, nor ability to.
All right. Slides it over across the table.
She's like,
You can have it. Or a favor in the future.
I look at Vale.
Very small one. I already have some people in my pocket for the larger things.
I'm sure we'll be able to accommodate.
Wonderful. She closes it up, hands it over to Nyra.
Thank you.
A wonderful keepsake. Now, I have a lot of drinking to do.
We'll be out of your hair shortly.
Have you heard about the tall guy getting loose in the trade ward? We ran in. There was a bunch of commotion happening.
Yes, I did hear about that. It has been on my radar, and she looks into the room, or like down the hallway that leads to the room. I had thought that maybe it was your friend before I heard more about it.
Did they find him?
I don't know. There's still a bit of fuss going on in the trade board last I heard. Interest to you?
There's a lot of guards out.
And we happen to be traveling with someone who is noticeably tall.
Yes, that could be some trouble. Even if you are in the clear for that, they could assume.
Speaking of, that wagon is still up there. You might want to have your people get rid of it.
Right. She looks over at Winston, who seems just dejected by the thought, but heads over to the door to let himself out anyway. He doesn't really like to get out much.
Well, when you have such a charming place to stay in here, why would you want to leave?
Yes, especially with such interesting company.
They say we are the company we keep.
I like that. Will you be needing anything from me?
I hope not.
Good. I'll want my room back in at least an hour. And she...
We shouldn't be that long.
Thank you.
Enjoy. That's all she says. All right.
So
Pretty
Vale
good.
goes into the room and like immediately focuses in on Leaf.
What?
I wanted to talk to you about something.
What?
After you went kaboom,
Which time?
the first time, I think the first time I was there for it. It sounded a little bit like that, but then everything went.
Yeah, I guess you don't want to assume that Leaf hasn't gone kaboom before getting to
At this point,
Sonoran.
I'm assuming it's a weekly affair for him.
Has been.
When you were recovering, they told you about the smoke
Yeah.
coming out of you.
Yeah. I think I can do that on purpose. If I
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to talk to you about. I tested what that was. I probed it with my magic, and the source seemed to be you. It wasn't something afflicted upon you.
Are you sure? That doesn't
I'm
sound
pretty
right.
sure.
What
Well,
the hell is
perhaps
it?
you have some sort of latent gift like mine. Have you even tried to enforce your will on it?
Not. I mean, I got it to stop.
Okay, that's a good start. Easy, Megan. Fuck. Every time we talk.
I wasn't going to say anything, but it is super loud.
Sorry, I didn't realize that. I thought I was muted.
The way you said it, though, holy shit.
Really hard to hold character if that happens.
I thought I was
It's
muted.
a-
I'm so sorry.
I know.
Just a
It
reminder,
You're good.
in case you did forget, I'm going to stay out of this conversation, but Alina is there. I don't know if this is supposed to be private or not.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone is...
He's back in
There,
there.
yeah.
No, I
Okay,
figured they
just
followed
checking.
me in and stuff anyway.
Gotcha.
Listen, I just think that we need every advantage we can get, and it seems like you have some level of innate magic, so I don't know, man. Try.
Do you
Try
want me to
do
try it right
something
now?
with it. If you can.
Just
Is the smoke coming out of you?
yes.
All right, good start. You
Just
got it to
all this-
manifest.
Just this darkness just completely fills the room.
Oh, would you look at that?
God.
I can't see anything.
Yeah. I mean,
Would you look at that? I get it.
Well, congratulations, Leaf. It seems you are the proud owner of an innate gift of magic.
Just I couldn't do this until I got exploded.
Maybe it shook something loose in you.
How do I? Let me see if I can get it to go away.
I could make it go away.
So let me see if I can do it,
Okay.
and I'll stop concentrating in darkness.
Just 'cause I'll suck back in.
That's mechanically how it works now.
And I think since the psychic damage took like half my hit points, you will notice that once like the darkness is cleared, Alina's looking a bit haggard.
Oh,
Especially for someone who like prides herself in appearance. Like I would say probably like dark circles and just looks pretty pale like you look when you've thrown up.
what happened?
But next
Oh,
to her is
yeah.
like a bunch of like empty glasses of whiskey, so it kind of looks a little bad.
Yeah, we had a fun time while you were gone.
But this wasn't from that. I can hold my liquor.
That wasn't the fun time I was talking about. You got your brain scrambled. Is that what happened?
Yes, that happened, and then I touched the crystal.
Twice. It doesn't do anything the second
It doesn't
time.
do anything the second time. It did the first.
Do you remember when I said don't do that?
I was doing research.
Mm-hmm.
There is mention of Aether Burn in the spellbook I picked up. And as I was studying it, something happened. I don't know if it's attached to any of the objects we have, if maybe the book is spelled and someone knew I was investigating. There was a psychic attack.
Are
So
you
Nyra,
okay?
it doesn't have to be now, but if at some point you wouldn't mind taking a look, if you can.
Sure.
But
Take
I
a look.
thought, since I'm already investigating, what the hell? Scientific method and all.
I look at Vale. I can look at her. Can you look at book?
I'll take a look. Where were you in the book when this happened?
I will point him to the page.
I'm going to inspect this page for any hidden glyphs or anything.
Just like a Arcana sort of
Yeah.
situation. Okay. Roll that in the tower. Nyra, what are you doing exactly?
I'm just looking her over, making.
Just like a
Um,
medicine check or something.
Yeah.
All right. Roll medicine. That could be out in the open.
Really, I'm not proficient.
I know it's weird that clerics are healers and then medicine's intelligent.
I'm not so weird.
Phil, you're looking this book over. You're pretty confident and sure when you come into contact with something that is of an arcane nature, even running your hands over some of these seemingly incomplete pieces of spells, you don't feel anything. You even just go to the extra measure of reading it over, because you know that some things are, certain spells are triggered in very specific ways. So you're doing a pretty thorough job, and you don't feel anything. Nothing happens to you. Even if you like ask Alina exactly what it is she did when she started feeling that way, you try to recreate those steps. Nothing happens to you. In fact, you're looking this over. It doesn't look like a spell book. It looks like notes on a class or something like that.
Well, I'm
Well.
looking. I'm sorry.
The only other theory I have is the spell wasn't on the book, it was on you.
You're looking over Alina, just kind of doing a standard procedure, medical, kind
Yeah.
of like looking at her eyes, feeling for her pulse, that sort of thing.
Making Elena touch her nose and touch her finger.
Yes, checking for signs of like being concussed, essentially.
I'd also look for like any strange markings on her.
That could be a perception check then.
Because I've seen her naked now. So I feel like I
got
would
a good
notice it.
full sweep.
I did.
Are you really a good D&D party if you haven't seen each other naked?
Do you want that out or in the tower?
That can be in the tower.
It will also heal her because you're down so many hit points.
Thank you.
You're fully healed.
Perfect. Do I just remove what's under a wound? Lovely.
Yeah, looking her over, she doesn't look great. She looks like she had been. It's almost like what you would see after someone has had a fever or like a sort of cold sweat. There's a little bit of a sheen to her skin that wasn't there before. She is looking, like she said, pale. Even when you take her hand,
for me.
Mm-hmm.
her hand feels like unsteady to you, especially for someone who seems so like certain of herself a lot of the time. Just overall, seems like she was recently sick, even though it was just a brief moment for her. Looking her over, you're pretty certain you do a thorough job, and you don't notice anything strange of the nature of like spells or even just like signs of something else being wrong in her. There's nothing.
Okay. You seem okay. Other than hurt by it.
It's not
We'll
fun
get through
being
to
on
that.
the receiving end.
Yeah, it wasn't a physical wound of any kind.
No, it was all psychic. But the crystal didn't trigger anything on a second touch. So that's new knowledge.
Do you want to say what your vision was?
And it's just us in this private room again?
Mhm.
Mother Ona, my mentor, I think all of you have met her at some point. I was sitting with a man, a bit older, blonde, hazel eyes. He was in some kind of elaborate foreign outfit. I don't recognize it. It's not even something we've seen here in Mournhold, but not Hedgarath. There was a window behind him. It was full. She looked at him and said, "We agreed your part in this was already done." He replied, "I can't go the rest of my life without knowing more. You took that from me." And then he looked at me before I was pulled out of the vision. And I know I've never seen him before. Something oddly familiar about his face. I do want to let the players know, because I don't know if I've ever said it out loud. Alina has hazel eyes.
Mm-hmm. Mm. And blonde hair.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What's your brother look like?
Blonde hair, brown eyes,
And
beardy. Does he have a beard? I'll have to find my art. I'll post it later.
It's scruffy face.
Yeah.
something to keep a lookout for.
Remind me, it's fall now. It's a November equivalent.
It's getting close
To
to
winter.
winter. Yeah.
Would, based on the season I saw behind him, look like that could be happening now or in like next fall?
It looks like a lot of the trees still had their leaves, some of it still green.
Okay, so like early, maybe early next fall, if it was a future thing.
Could be the best.
Could be past. I don't know if. I mean, we keep calling them visions, but I don't know if this is something that hasn't happened. Something that could have happened. If any of this is even real at all.
Something we'll have to think about. See if we can do more research. See if we can find more research on these aether burns.
There was something you and I said, Nyra, about how your vision felt more like interpreting the cards.
Mm.
When we have time in our room, if you don't mind, I think I'd like you to read mine.
You want me to read your cards?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they literally are your cards.
But you're the master now.
Oh. Okay, I'll give it 2 shots. They have been strangely accurate.
And I think you're attuned to them by now. Essentially, they're your cards at this point.
Oh, I feel bad about that.
No,
They're very nice cards.
You're supposed to be gifted your first deck anyway. Consider this a gift. Officially now.
Okay. Later in our room.
Yes.
There's one more thing we should discuss before we head out, because I think she wants her room back eventually. We did get the book, the guest book. I'm just staring at Raelynn. It is a book from a party at Chistana's 20 years ago. And she will just flip to the page and like show you.
She'll like look at it and she's just gonna read through the list, being like not noticing. Is it all in the same handwriting, or did like people like sign in?
It was a signed book.
She'll just stop when she sees Kaya's name. Interesting.
Do you know if that's her signature?
Does it look like her handwriting? How long ago did she die? I can't remember.
Not 20 years ago.
No, I'm just wondering if Raelynn was young and wouldn't have thought to look for that kind of stuff or not.
Yeah, I need to. There's a few death times that I need to look up, you know. But is that something that you feel like she would pay
Maybe like
attention
you
to?
signed a birthday card or something.
Mm-hmm. It pings as familiar to you.
Why would she be here?
I'm not sure why Kaya Sabeth would be here. I wasn't sure if the names around her were people she was with. They don't look familiar to me, but I have not spent a lot of time in your home.
And they were, sorry, I'm just going through.
The names were Andrew Davrun and Lesson Tanner.
Tanner, right?
Tanner and Davrun.
No. Nothing that I recognize. I don't think.
Vale, as the oldest person
She's
here, you recognize these
Yes.
names?
She'll like turn the
Wow.
book to you.
That's pretty harsh, but You forget that 20 years ago I was trying to survive alone as a youth.
I actually don't know that. I don't know what you were doing.
It's very public news.
Stuff doesn't reach the desert often, and we don't get told a lot. I just know your family disappeared.
Nyra's like the homeschooled kid.
Yeah.
I am. They just said your family left. I don't even know where they went.
Well, I was with them. It was a long road back. But no, these names don't ring any bell to me.
I will say, as you guys say those things out loud, the specific combination of names doesn't sound familiar to you, but you do. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say they sound familiar to Chancellor names.
Yes.
Oh.
Because there's Matthew Dayrune, and then there was Tanner Delgran. So does like that sound potential?
For sure, the Dayrune pings to you as something. I don't want to give something away, but I thought I mentioned it to you guys as well. You guys were told about the queen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Lasana Dea.
Lasana. Lasana is her first name.
The Radiant Queen.
Where is Valeris?
I've got to start color coordinating my notes.
Mm-hmm. Valeris is also the capital.
Belthar's.
Both Belthar, and that's where Dayrune is from. The one today, anyway. Which is where the queen would be.
And
Was it?
Raelynn, you were 12 when Kaya died.
Okay. Thanks.
That was 11 years ago.
Historically, our countries have never really gotten along, right?
No. It's why you guys have very little information on what's going on over here. It's just been pretty much hostile in terms of border crossing. And not only that, but like for most of your early lives, you would have been experiencing just a lot of inter-country turmoil to even be paying attention to what's going on in Savoran. You guys were too busy fighting with each other to really come together on that front until now.
Yeah, I don't really have anything in my notes about the queen, so if it was something you didn't want to spoil about her, I
It
don't
was just her
have that
name, I
information.
think. Lasana.
Yep. So that was the thing. Her name.
Lasana. If this was a queen or someone related to her, because it's like a family name, and this is someone related to the current chancellor of Valeris. I don't know why your aunt would have been here at all, though. Unless she was sent on like a peacemaking mission.
I wish I could tell you, but maybe that's what the vision meant. I don't get told much. That's my cousin.
One of the mages said they tried to strike a trade deal and we said no.
They tried to. I think
For,
it
like,
was they wanted us to
information.
come to the table to talk about them coming in and shutting off the ley lines,
Yeah.
but they said we never did that. I don't
Fiction you
know.
did.
I believe they told you there was a conversation that had taken place.
Wonder
That's
if
what-
this was it.
20 years ago?
Perhaps.
Maybe Chistana started doing whatever she's doing when that talk didn't work out. Timeline would line up, kinda.
Do you mind if I keep this for the evening?
No. I thought it'd be best not to be something left behind.
I don't want to incriminate Vasha, so I'll make sure of that.
Also, I feel bad because I lied to her. I think someday I might be able to figure out that scrying spell.
But you can't do it yet, so you didn't lie.
No.
I do want to whisper over to Vale. Don't worry, you look good for your age.
I love it. You want to break up tonight?
Yes, that's just the qualifier every man loves to hear.
And
What
Garrett
do you
loves
want
to
to-
hear it.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear either of you.
Go
What
ahead.
do you want me to say? You look fantastic, regardless of just.
Would make me feel better, yes.
Fine, Vale, you look wonderful.
Insight check. Yeah, I'm kidding.
Do it! I dare you, you coward!
He does. He pauses for a second and like looks at Alina, and he just says, "Thank you."
I drink.
Is this flirting? I don't understand.
Insight check.
Oh, by the way, we should probably lose the disguises since they're out looking for people. Especially, they're looking for an escaped tall man. So, Leaf, I don't know if you have anything you can do about that.
I can crouch.
Oh, we got you clothes.
Well, there's a start.
Yeah,
You're mostly legs. You could ride the horse.
no pants, huh?
You're very tall,
Yeah.
but I think you could pull a kilt off. A lot of the men in the desert wear things like this. A little flowier, but
Yeah, I guess it's not cold here. That's good.
No, a mini kilt is a fashion choice. I can't wait to see you pull it off.
Like, I don't think it's supposed to be mini.
we'll think what
I
we
mean,
can
you
get.
can wear anything with confidence.
Well, it's better than this. I
Dale,
put
could you
the
help
new
him
clothes on.
Sorry.
It's like,
Vale, could you help? I'm ready to be blonde again.
Yes, of course. And he'll go and he'll start with the makeup and just prestidigitation it away, and then starting from the top, he'll begin working
As you start, I'll go, oh, is that all the spell requires? And I'll take over with prestidigitation halfway through, because I swapped a cantrip.
Ooh.
Yes, that's exactly how it works. You're a quick study.
Thank you.
Why don't you practice on Raelynn now?
And then I'll go and I'll fix Raelynn's hair. Unless you want it to be a... I know you mentioned at one point making your hair less... there.
No, because right
I
now
like
I'm my
it,
evil
but-
twin, so
I can't wait to
Yeah.
know more about that on the ride back.
We should start having back.
give her booth back.
Yeah, I brought your horses, by the way. Should make
Oh.
the trip back easier.
Thank you.
All right. You guys are heading back to the Velvet Crown.
Yes.
It's the one.
All right. Anything in particular I should know about what you guys are planning to do for the evening? I know that Nyra and Alina have a plan for later in the night when they're in the room. Anyone else?
And then we'll meet Tara.
Yeah, exactly.
Raelynn will visit Leaf later in the evening too, once everyone's kind of done for the day and done their own thing.
Vale is going to sit at the bar and have a drink by himself while he sketches some people in the tavern, and then he will go to bed.
All right. I think then Vale's thing probably happens first. Everyone's kind of dispersed, and as you're sketching some an older but very like regal looking elvish woman who is sitting at a booth. She seems to be waiting for somebody, and you couldn't help but notice that she was like fussing with her braids in her hair, and she would fix her cloak every now and then, and kind of just caught your eye, and so you're like mid that sketch when you hear beside you, very familiar voice, Kael. Did everybody go to bed? He's already kind of like half sitting on a bar stool next to you.
Give me 1 second. I want to decide what my reaction is here. As he hears his footsteps approaching, he just kind of shifts on his elbow a little bit to move the sketchbook a little bit tighter to his body, away from the side of the counter he's approaching. And then he just kind of looks up and he says, well, everyone went upstairs. I haven't really checked in on what they're doing. I think everyone's exhausted.
Fair enough. I was meaning to let you know that I set up that meeting that we discussed, and I thought maybe you and Evelyn, was it? Would probably be the best fit for that. If you guys can spare a moment tomorrow evening.
I think I can arrange that. What exactly is it you're looking for us to do?
Oh, well, you wanted to meet my contact, right?
Right. Sorry. I've been asked for so many favors today. I'm struggling to keep it all straight.
Vasha roped you in?
Yep.
She's pretty good at doing stuff like that.
Well, at least she seems somewhat trustworthy.
Yeah, as long as you don't cause her any problems, she's willing to overlook things, which has worked out in my favor, though you never know what other things she's overlooking on the other side.
Well then, to dodging that bullet as long as possible.
If you'd like, maybe bring everybody by my my stall in the market as well. Then the three of us can head out to the meeting after. I have something that you guys will probably find useful.
Will do.
And he just kind of looks around. Maybe,
Nyra?
yes. He just like looks immediately like he's been caught, but he's unwilling to lie about it. He looks like he has no idea what he wants to say. Has she spoken about me at all?
Yes. Though none of it would be helpful to you.
That's what I was afraid of.
Don't be too afraid. She's nervous, but I think she's open.
Looks over at the waitress down at the other end. You can cover whatever he's drinking. It's on me.
Thank you.
He stands up and he takes what you were drinking, downs it, puts it on the table back in front of you, and claps you on the shoulder.
He reaches back just to grab his forearm lightly.
Mhm.
He just looks him right in the eyes and he says, just don't play games, be sincere.
I already know that about her.
Good.
He turns, leaves. Raelynn, Leaf. You guys have found yourself with a quiet night for once that isn't completely taken up.
I think Raelynn would have been in her room for a little while just to like unwind from the day, and she's writing her notes of the streets and street names and everything like she always does, all her detailed information in her notebook for her uncle. And then she'll notice the little satchel of all the teas and things that she had bought earlier in the day, and she'll just like, oh yeah, pick that up and walk over to Leaf's room and knock on the door.
Yeah.
Can I come in?
Hang on. I think it's locked. And I will reach over the back of the couch that I am laying on using my extraordinary long arm and undo the latch on the door. Okay.
I guess she'll just like open the door.
Yeah.
But she's gonna stay in the door and just kind of like do her classic Raelynn move of like leaning in the doorway. You know, I was starting to think the leaning thing was kind of our thing, but if you're gonna do it in public constantly, it's not gonna make me feel special anymore.
What, you're gonna come in here and give me shit for getting blown up?
No, I think you can give yourself enough shit for that. I've come to check on you, though. Are you doing well?
I'm doing better. I think I'll sit up at this point.
She's gonna like come in the room and she'll like stand in front of where he's sitting, I guess, and she's just gonna be like, I don't think better is good enough right now. I don't mean to be rude, but you did not do well this morning, and
You
I
think I
saw
don't
you
know
leaning
that?
almost. I think you know it, but I don't think you want to accept it. You tried your hardest, but half that fight I was digging you out of crystals. If not, you were doing that to yourself.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe just for the next few days you should sit this out?
But what are we doing the next few days?
Well, talking to that woman.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be any use in that.
If we get in any fights, you're not going to be much use in those either.
Well, I do feel the need to point out that I don't think we'd have a wagon full of stuff if it wasn't for me and you breaking me out of the crystals, as you astutely observed.
I don't mean to offend you, Leaf. I'm just concerned. They say that a chain's only as strong as its weakest link, and right now that's you. And I don't want to put anyone else in danger. I don't want you to be in danger.
I wish you hadn't said that last one.
Because I have. I don't say that. I don't say that. There you go. I'm being mean right now. I'm being soldier Raelynn.
Just gonna look you like right in the eyes, which even him sitting down might be downwards a little bit. Man, you really know how to make somebody feel special on their birthday, don't you?
She's, for a second, going to crack and look like she feels bad, but she's trying her best to, like, be authoritative, because no one fucking listens to her, and she's really frustrated with it, and she's just kind of projecting onto you, unfortunately.
He's being a jackass right now, so it's fair.
She's being a jackass too, but she's just like, if you think you're so great, prove it.
What, you want me to hit you?
I don't think you could.
I take a swing at Raelynn.
Roll, I guess, to see if it hits. My AC's 14.
-6. That's an attack roll, which is here.
She was right. You telegraph every single move with your sluggishness. That is Raelynn just easily.
But that included the -6.
That's a hit.
Yeah, he hits me.
That hits?
I have,
That includes
plus I have
the
a 14
-6.
AC,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Not a 16.
Sorry
That's why I was
about
like, damn it.
Are you holding back, Leaf?
I'm only gonna hit her once, and I do intend to do a little bit of
I
damage.
only hit her once, Your Honor.
Yeah. Well, I get 3, so. And I am going to use some extra features to push her 5 feet and knock her prone as well.
Could you imagine if one of the party members walked in on Raelynn being knocked on her ass?
And I'm going to sort of stand up in this motion, and then, once Raelynn goes down, I'm going to stand up and offer her hint. I see. I can still hit stuff. Are you okay?
Raelynn is just, like, stunned. Like, absolutely stunned that you, like, did that, to be honest. And
Nobody asked.
I know. It's my own fault. For once someone listened to me, it's my own fault. But she's not going to take your hand, and she's just going to get up and leave the room. And she's just going to, like, before she turns, like, she'll turn back to you, and she's just going to be like, and then dorm out. Which means eat dick.
You hear just a muffle, and like just a hand slam on something.
She's gonna go back to her room and just kick a chair and throw her pillow, and she's just raging because she's
Bill's
like
down at the bar. What the fuck is going on up there?
she's like, so much.
Remind me, we were all in the suite, right?
Sweet. No,
You go to,
this place we got different ones. We got different rooms for this one. It was the first place that we got.
You guys are on the third
Leaf was
floor.
staying in this suite with me on the first.
Yeah, no, the
Yeah.
girls are in this. Suite.
All right, well, I'm coming in, I'm kicking chairs, and I'm pissed off. And I'm just like barbarian raging. I am embodying what a rage is. And I'm just like throwing shit.
Meanwhile,
Oh wow, that was a good one too.
Should I use calm emotions on her? I only have one spell slot
No,
left.
she'll be fine. She'll be fine.
I was gonna
I-
say
fine.
if you
I have plans. She'll be fine.
Okay.
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 We
I
don't have a
also-
plan.
To add injury to insult, it was max damage on that as well.
your just whole ass is bruised as you land.
The one thing
but,
Raylan's good at, and she can't even be good at that.
She
Ah!
listens to you.
You
But
listen.
Alina and Nyra, you were concentrating on, like, you were getting into the moment of trying to do this reading when just the door fucking flings open. There's like kicking of some furniture because you guys are kind of in like this common space in this suite. When she just like erupts into the room.
Raelynn?
Where did he hit her?
Not
Yeah,
in
where
the
did-
face.
Okay, I'm just curious if he left a bruise that we would see.
It probably
blood.
did, but not in the face.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm not. Just don't talk to me.
Okay. Let us know if you need anything.
Thank you.
Booze,
Booze?
music,
She's ignoring
something
you guys.
punch.
You just go to your room and close the door and like crank
Yeah,
up your
she's-
emo music?
You know that, like, exactly that. She just slams the door and she's just like calming herself down.
Is this
Raelynn?
normal? You've known her longer.
I mean, I knew her as a teenager.
So normal.
But let's give her a few minutes to decompress, and then we'll check in again.
Raelynn, as you're like fuming, you hear just the slightest like clinking near the window. You see Sid is just standing there looking at you. He's just motionless.
Why have I forgotten who Sid is?
Robot.
Robot.
Oh, right.
S1D.
S1D.
She's just gonna like look at him and just be like, "What?"
Punch the robot.
Smash that screen.
He sits down. Like, it doesn't even seem to faze him to be talked to like that. Just plots down. Doesn't stop looking at you in your direction, but sits.
Raelynn will let a little time go by before she does her next thing.
Okay. We are getting close to the end of the session. Let's see what I. That was very good though. I don't want to like compress the time on you guys at all, but
I could do Raylan's thing. It's quick, and then they can start fresh with their stuff.
sure.
Okay, so it'll be like probably like half an hour, 45 minutes for Raelynn to actually calm down. Sorry, everyone that's staying in that room. Your beds are a mess now. The pillows are thrown across the room. Like, she's just like, she was so angry, and you just like hear like all the swearing that like she never does really, and like she's just not acting her usual trying to be polished self. And she'll just look over eventually at the bed that she would have thrown the satchel on, and then she'll sigh, feel bad. She'll head down to the bar, and before that she'll write a little note and head down to the bar. She wants to buy a shot of whiskey, and then she's just gonna go out to Leaf's room, leave the satchel there with the note and the little shot of whiskey in front of it, slam on his door, still pissed off, and then storm back to her room.
Fucking what?
I will make a note that you go down to the bar and Vale is there. So does he notice that you're like not acting your normal composed
Oh
self?
yeah, she does not look happy.
So you
We'll
just
spend the most time with her outside of like.
you can see like the clouds above her head as she storms back upstairs. Probably around the same time that you're thinking about turning in for the night. Which, I mean, she's going to your room now.
Yeah. He's just kind of like, oh, fuck. This is really a problem. Gets up, heads upstairs, sees the satchel, the shot, the Raelynn fist-sized dent in the door. What the fuck did I miss?
But Raelynn, I mean, unless Leaf got up to like lock it again, it's still open. So it's up to you if you
Leaving him that
You just
package,
left? Okay.
and she left. She doesn't want to see him, but she wants to give him what she bought him.
Fail. Or you probably go to like unlock the door and realize it's unlocked too.
Without entering, he's just gonna turn the knob and push the door open.
Fair.
Where's Leaf at this moment?
That's a good question. How far was it between, do you think, when Raelynn pounded on the door and Vale got there?
Seconds.
Yeah, shortly after.
He like
He's-
followed up after.
Probably like looking very upset, walking towards the, like kind of storming towards the door out of the room that his bed is in. Like, did you forget your keys?
No.
The hell is this? I'll pick it up.
The note that's attached just says, "My original intention was to bring you these as I noticed your cough still lingers. My apologies for my behavior. Hopefully these will help. Maybe check in with Nyra. Also, whiskey can do wonders for a sore throat. Happy birthday. The shot's on me. Cheers."
Damn it!
Yeah.
What the
Get that
fuck
here.
happened?
Tell you later. I take the tea and I go in my pocket the note, leave the shot glass, and go in my room.
There's a bad moon hanging over us tonight.
As this like ominous reading is about to take
I know.
well, it is 9:30. I know that Shanks has had a very long day and has been up since like 4 a.m. So
Yup.
I think I want to start off our next session with Nyra and Alina's reading. But it's up to you because there was a bunch of things that kind of happened that might have interrupted that process and made it difficult to actually do. And I know that Nyra wanted to contact somebody as well. So is that something you want to do in the meantime?
I mean, the message won't take long if we want to do that, and then next session we'll just skip back to the reading.
Right, sounds good.
Later in the night, Nyra would just sit and. I'm saying she's sharing a room with Alina tonight.
It's a big bed.
It's a big bed. She'll share a room with Alina tonight. And she'll just sit and, before it gets too late, send a message to her brother Tamir.
What does she say?
Israel's gifted me a new spell. I wanted to check on you. How is your trial going? I miss you.
There's a moment that goes by. There's a pause, and then you hear your brother's voice comes back sounding kind of breathy, like out of breath. As he's just like, Nyra? That actually you? Miss you. I'm okay. And then there's a strange feeling that washes over Nyra. And you also feel like his response wasn't full.
I don't know how much I'd gain from an insight check based on voice, but could I try?
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Tower or...
No, this could be out in the open.
I'm gonna use an inspiration. So hard for me to follow the line. Well, bit better.
To Nyra, it sounds like, your brother is in a desert somewhere, that he's supposed to be searching for something. It does just sound like sort of physical exhaustion, and it also, you pick up on some notes of like surprise to be hearing from you at all. Your uneasiness doesn't come from anything in his tone or anything, but rather just the spell doesn't feel like it should.
Okay.
And
something to talk about with Alina. She also sent a sending spell.
is this something that you do before going to sleep?
Yeah, that would be something I do before sleep. So we can, if it's okay, next session, just retcon back to the reading. So that's still that night.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys had a lot happen again today. I'm sure everyone has something to talk about the next day with the entire party being privy to something happening between Raelynn and Leaf. But we can go.